6:52, time for the morning sprint.
New details just into the newsroom on that breaking news on Madison's east side. Firefighters say there are no injuries, but about $150,000 in damage out of a duplex fire on Milwaukee Street. The call came in just after 3 a.m. Crews on scene say there were flames coming from the back of the building. All the residents and pets were able to get out okay, but both sides of the duplex are unlivable this morning. More breaking news overnight. Police are searching for a suspect in a burglary. According to an incident report from the Madison Police Department, officers are investigating a break-in on the west side. This happened off of South Gammon Road near the intersection with Schrader. The owners of the home returned to find a glass door smashed and then money and jewelry missing. If you have any information, police ask that you call the Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
The trial of Brittany Holston continues today. This comes after the jury for her case was selected yesterday. She's charged with one count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide of an unborn baby. Police allege that she and another woman intentionally beat a pregnant woman in an attempt to try to kill that unborn child. The other woman in the case was found guilty last week.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be on Capitol Hill today to make his plea for more aid. This after a multi-billion-dollar aid package that included funding for Ukraine, Israel, and border security failed to overcome a procedural vote. This marks Zelensky's third visit since the start of Russia's invasion.
Former New York Congressman George Santos is reportedly talking with prosecutors about a deal. Court records show prosecutors want to try to strike a plea deal with Santos at a status conference next month. The ousted congressman has pleaded not guilty to nearly 24 charges. As of now, Santos is scheduled for trial in September of next year.
An update on a Texas woman who was seeking an abortion in the state. She left Texas to get medical care elsewhere after the Texas Supreme Court blocked a lower court's ruling that her abortion could proceed. She's dealing with a fatal fetus syndrome, meaning the baby wouldn't survive, and it could impact her ability to have more kids in the future.
The Secretary of State, Sarah Godlewski, is pushing for Bob Spindle to be removed from the Wisconsin Elections Commission. It's over the connection to the fake elector scheme that happened during the 2020 election. Spindle was one of 10 Republicans who signed certificates falsely stating that Trump had won. However, Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says he won't remove Spindle.
Special Counsel Jack Smith is pressing the Supreme Court to rule on whether Donald Trump is immune to federal prosecution. It's a legal gray area since no president has been tried for crimes committed while they were in office. A lower court ruled earlier this month he is not immune, but the former president suggested he would appeal that decision in a court filing.
We now know who will replace longtime Waunakee School Superintendent Randy Gutenberg next year. Last night, the school board unanimously voted to hire Dr. Monica Kelsey Brown. She's currently the superintendent of schools in the North Milwaukee suburb of Brown Deer. She'll take office July 1st.
We now know the identity of the man killed in an apartment fire Friday morning. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Office says 63-year-old Daniel Gargula died of his injuries. The fire happened inside an apartment on North Randall Avenue near Hawthorne Park. The cause is still under investigation.
A new bill would require every Wisconsin high school student to take financial literacy standalone classes. That means they'll study things like investing, saving, and how to generally manage money. The bill passed with broad support in the legislature and is receiving support from the universities of Wisconsin.
A federal grand jury says Google's app marketplace is an illegal monopoly. The verdict is the latest update in a years-long battle between Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, and Google. The jury found that Google's App Store practices violate U.S. antitrust law. They say the tech giant has illegally operated a monopoly in its Android apps. Google says it's going to challenge that verdict.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as it's a chilly start to the morning. 19 is the wind chill in Madison. That's what it feels like. 17 in Watertown, so definitely bundle up this morning. Actual temperatures are in the 20s this morning. We do have a beautiful sunrise coming up, but it's going to be cold. Temperatures only in the low 30s. It's going to feel like the teens and low 20s. All right, our first warm forecast calls for sunshine. We warm up. 40s expected Thursday and Friday. There is a chance of some rain or snow. Mainly rain, it looks like, going into Saturday morning. Quick look at our first warn traffic. We do have an accident. This is on the eastbound ramp from the frontage road right off of the Beltline there at Midvale. That may be causing a couple delays with 2 of those lanes blocked.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update coming up in half an hour.